Christian pop duo for King and Country has won 4 Grammy Awards, 10 GMA Dove Awards, a Billboard Music Award, and 13 K-Love Fan Awards. Their 9 #1 songs, including God Only Knows, Joy, and Together, have produced an astonishing accumulation of over 1 billion on-demand streams all around the world. We are thrilled to share that our media studio recently had the opportunity to travel to Chattanooga, Tennessee to film Backstage at 4 King and Country's Unsung Hero Tour. During this unforgettable experience, we captured the energy and excitement that brothers Joel and Luke Smallbone bring to the stage for each live performance. Moments before the show, our team spoke with Luke about the faith that fuels his music, which continues to shape the powerful messages that resonate with audiences worldwide. We would like to give a heartfelt thank you to Luke and his team for taking the time to connect with us and allowing us to witness what goes on behind the scenes at his captivating performances. This experience has truly left a lasting impression on all of us.
All right, Luke, what can you tell us more about playing shows with your brother every night? And I know you're passionate about using your platform for good and inspiring other people. In what ways have you seen like your platform and your music and entertainment impact others?
When I first started in music, for a long time I was trying to write songs that people would like, right? That's what you think artists should do. And one particular day, I'll never forget, I was working on a song. It was a song called Crave. It was on our first album. I'll never forget putting the CD or the demo in the car and driving home and thinking to myself, if no one even hears this song means something to me. What I realized about songwriting at that point was when you try to write songs that you conjure up in your head for other people, it's very different than when you write a song to actually comfort your own heart. And when you comfort your own heart with words and art, there's usually millions and millions and millions of other people just like you. And so for me, I think, my hope has always been to have songs be meaningful to other people, and the only way that I know actually how to do that is to actually write songs that are real to me, write songs about some of the highlights of life, and then in some cases about some of the really, really difficult and strange things. But our hope has always been to try and use, what God's given us for good. One of the things that we'll do tonight is we'll talk about a ministry called Compassion International that goes in and impacts kids in third world countries and kind of changes the course of their life. And the Bible says, don't ever get tired of doing good, and so for students like yourself, if you're doing good, man, do your best to keep on and don't grow tired doing it.
We know you had humble beginnings in your music career and where you are now. I mean, playing arenas like this, what's one thing you would want the community to know about how unique your journey's been?
Well, I think 2 things. I think that any new dream or adventure is extremely fragile. You're about to go off to college and you're about to go dream big dreams. Well, when you dream a big dream and you meet a little bit of a roadblock, that doesn't mean that dream is over. Because dreams, especially uncommon dreams, which I think music is in some cases a little bit uncommon, you're going to be met with tremendous amounts of resistance. That's where I think calling comes into what you do for a living, because it in some cases might motivate you even more. When I started out in music, I didn't think it would necessarily turn out this way. I think you're just trying to do, in some cases, the next right thing with your life. And I think for anyone who's starting out in something new, you just be diligent in what you do, and you never know where it could go. You never know where it could turn out. For us, yes, a unique, humble beginning, but God has a unique way of turning unique, humble stories into extraordinary stories. And I think for some of you guys that you'll be watching these things, you may look back many, many years later and go, look at the extraordinary painting that he's made out of my life. And I think for me, I don't think of myself as extraordinary, but I do think that God has done some extraordinary things through a lot of different people, a lot of different partnerships, and it's a joy to look back on seeing God's hand in it all.
Man, thank you so much for having us, and we're excited to see the show.
Oh man, pleasure. Thanks for taking the time to drive all the way down to Chattanooga.